Hello everyone. So in this third part of VPC, Virtual Private Cloud. In our previous sessions, we have discussed so many components, IP ranges, IP subnets, public subnet, private subnet, custom VPC. We have discussed a lot of. So in this session, we will discuss very important topic, that is route table and internet gateway, the two major component of VPC. Okay, little lengthy, not so lengthy but theoretical, but in next session, in next video, when we do practically, it will be very much simple for you to do that. Go through the previous videos, go through this video also. In next session, when we perform the practical, in that session, if you have any doubt in previous or this, everything will be clear to you and very simple to understand. So please go through the entire video, and request to all of you, give any feedback, like, comment, subscribe, sharing. It will also encourage me to do much better and much faster way. Okay na? So please respond and watch the video completely. So let's come to the topic. We will discuss about route table and internet gateway of a VPC. So very first, what is route table? What I assume, the person who have little networking knowledge on routers and all that, he knows this. Okay na? So route table that automatically come with your VPC. Whenever you create a VPC, one route table is already automatically comes with that. It controls the routing of all subnets, like we discussed about CIDR, private subnets, public subnets. Okay, no? Having different CIDRs, having different subnet there. So it keep the track of every subnet connected. You can say database, up to where and how this data can reach, in how it can communicate in different networks. Okay, that are not explicitly associated with any other routing table. One is default routing table and some is custom. I will come on that custom routing table that you can create according to you. We will discuss a lot of theory here. So just consider it, one of routing table automatically get created when you configure the VPC. In the next session, when we do the practical demonstration, everything will be in front of you. Okay, so a route table is logically constructed within an Amazon VPC. It's a logical construction, not a physical thing, that contain set of rules that called different routes. You are starting from here. Suppose in India you have to start from Ambala, you have to go to Delhi. So which path I can go up 2-3 different way to same place. Okay, so keeping this data, how we can reach from one network to another network. It will be more simple for you if you go to my CCNA series, where I have discussed complete routing, about routing tables, different routing protocols, everything is there. Okay, so I will give the link in the description also, and in the cards also, we can check there. So set of rules that is called route that are applied to the subnet and used to determine where network traffic is directed. How my data can reach from one place to another place, one network to another network. So route table is just simple way, it's a database of different routes that automatically get created when you configure a VPC. Hope it is clear. It's a very simple definition. I try to explain about the route table. Now the most important thing, the technical points of route table. You should remember the following point about the route table. So VPC is an implicit router, has an implicit router. Everybody knows about the router, means central routing function. So it connects different availability zones together and connect the VPC to the internet gateway. I'm using word router here na. Implicit router means it works like a router. It's not a physical, it's a logical router there inside a VPC. Because the VPC itself a router to communicate in different subnets and to connect to the internet. So one is a default, I told you. You can create custom routing table for your VPC also as per your requirement. Okay, so each subnet is associated with one routing table at a time. Each subnet is associated with one routing table. There can be multiple routing table. One is a default and one is the custom routing tables. So routing table associated with multiple subnets. Keep in mind, subnet can be associated with one routing table and routing table associated with multiple subnets, because routing table is the collection or database of routes. Clear? Next point. If you don't explicitly associate a subnet with a particular route table, then what happens? If you create a subnet but don't associate with a particular route table, it automatically goes to the different routing table. Default routing table or main routing table, it automatically goes there. So keep extreme care with which routing table you want to associate which subnet. Okay. By default, one route table with VPC. You can create custom after that and then can change their roles. One is the main routing table automatically created. After that you create custom route table. But now you want, this is default, this is main. Oh sorry, custom. This is default, this is custom. But later you observe that I want this particular as my default. You can do that. Make it default, automatically it become custom. Everything we will do in practical session. Don't worry about that. If you are getting some confusions, have any doubt, please write me in the comment. And main thing, please must watch all previous video of VPC. Otherwise in next video, everything will be done practically. It will be easy for you at that session. Okay. This is some numbers here. I have told you already in my first video, 5 VPC by default per region, per account. Adjustable, yes. By requesting to Amazon, you can increase this limit. But in one region, you can create 5 by default. Go to second region, create 5 more if you don't have any problem. Otherwise, requesting, you can do that. I written in the comment also, so you can increase the limits so that you can have 100 of VPC per region also, no problem in that. Main number. In one VPC, by default, 200 subnets you can create. Very common interview question or exam question, but it is also adjustable. Yes, you can create limit, but by default per VPC you can create 200 subnets, and per VPC 5 CIDR block, either IP version 4 or either version 6. Please keep this number in mind. Subnets, CIDR blocks in that. So I think it's very easy to remember these numbers. You can create primary CIDR blocks. Whenever we create a subnet, we have to give one IP range, CIDR block that discussed my previous video. If you need some more IP there, you can also create secondary CIDR blocks there. But once a CIDR is created, you cannot change that range, IP range. And same for the IP version 6. Clear? So this is some points about routing table that is going to be very useful for you. But again, requesting your IP topic, subnetting, CIDR, it should be clear to you, and all the previous video that I have created regarding the VPC. So you will get all the links in my description and even at the cards here, top side. One more topic we have to discuss today, and today last topic, but very important topic is internet gateway. By name it's clear. An internet gateway is a redundant and a highly available VPC component that allow the communication between your VPC and the internet. If you have gone through my entire AWS series, we have created one window machine in the AWS and then access it from my local machine. Please watch that video. You will also get that link in the description also and in the cards also. on top side. You can see it's here. Support more traffic, IP version 4 as well as IP version 6. It does not cause availability risk or bandwidth constraint on your network traffic. It's just showing the way IP. Okay, it will not create any problem for your bandwidth constraint or any network traffic. So internet gateway is the way whatever resources we are creating in AWS to access them from the public network. I'm sitting at my office and my servers is at the any EC instance we have created or any other resource we have created to access it from the public internet. So internet gateway enable resources in your public subnet to connect to internet if the resource has a IP version 4 or IP version 6. Similarly, resources on the internet can be initiated a connection to resource in your subnet using your public IP version 4 or IP version 6. It is just to connect that AWS resource to the internet. For example, an internet gateway enable you to connect to the EC2 instance that is in the AWS using your local computer. We have done this practically. If you have watched the complete series previously, we have created one EC2 instance, Windows based also and Linux based also, and then access it from a local computer. So internet gateway provide you the facility, you can say, so that you can access your AWS resources from anywhere. Similarly, you should have an internet connection. If you're watching this YouTube, then naturally you also need an internet way, na? You need a public IP. So internet gateway is that thing to connect your EC2 resources or any AWS resources from a internet, via internet. So internet gateway provides a target in your VPC route table for internet route table traffic. Again, for communication using IP version 4, the internet gateway also perform NAT that we will discuss in upcoming videos. Okay, it also works as a NAT, but IP version 6 does not require NAT. If you have the good knowledge of IP version 6, then these are the very basic points that we need not to discuss here. Still, I am giving all the links in my description as well as in the cards. So please go through that. Everything will be clear to you. And this is much for this session. Either theoretical but very important. If you have watched all the previous video series and have the good my CCNA routing series, watch, and especially I create one video on IP version 4 where we have discussed all subnetting, CIDR, VLSM. So please spend some time on that also. You will get all the links in description. Again I'm repeating. Okay. So thank you. In the next session, we'll come with very interactive practical demonstration of all these theory we have discussed till yet. Thank you very much. Enjoy.